Hi, this is Andy Filipiuk in Toronto for the week of December the 1st. I'm very happy with the results of the video I sent out last week. I've included a link again for any viewers that haven't watched it. My goal was to try to explain that we are in a crisis currently, and it's so important to understand history to know how we got here, because it helps one understand where we might be going. And this past week, it ties in nicely with our new federal budget that we got yesterday. The numbers are just staggering. For this year, we're at $382 billion, potentially followed by $121 to $136 billion next year. Now, I've included a picture of the Bank of Canada balance sheet, and as you can see, this deficit is already reflected in the Bank of Canada's balance sheet. What this means is that with this debt, or deficit rather, of $382 billion, most, if not all of it, is going to have to be done with printed money, meaning the Bank of Canada will buy the bonds from the Government of Canada with printed money. The government then spends the money. So what this is doing is injecting a tremendous amount of new money into the system, and that's reflected by the number in the expanding Fed balance sheet. Now, this is not only for this year, but next year as well. So this is a tremendously inflationary process. And one of the problems is that government is now such a large part of the economy. In Canada, all three levels of government make up roughly about 40% of Canadian GDP. So the government, in theory, or realistically, has to keep spending to keep the economy going. Now, the problem is, if interest rates rise, we're in trouble, because the government is doing this with the Bank of Canada buying it, so it's virtually at no cost to do this, and the government wouldn't be able to do this unless we had a central bank. So the problem is, and this is the dilemma, if the economy actually strengthens, interest rates rise, but with all the debt we're creating, a small rise in interest rates will act as a terrible drag on the economy. Conversely, if rates don't rise because the economy continues to just bounce along at a very low growth rate going forward, we're going to have very large deficits going forward as well, which means the amount of money going to the system in relation to the growth of the economy is tremendous. And I don't think a restructuring is out of the question, meaning we're going to have to do something about these tremendous debt levels. It's interesting when they're talking about this, they mention how low rates are. Well, the reason rates are so low is because it's manipulated. If we didn't have the Bank of Canada buying these bonds, the market would be pricing this debt and it would be a lot higher. So anyway, please have a look at my video and take a look at the chart I've included on the Federal Bank of Canada balance sheet. And thanks for watching.